My name is Massimo Poggi. I am a captain, senior captain of Boeing 747 in Alitalia, Italy's world airline. On the 1st of July 1999, I was flying from Rome to Sao Paolo, Brazil, and almost at mid-Atlantic position, we had a background noise on our phone increasing, and also if the phone was already disconnected from a radio apparatus working. And it was increasing, and very, very noisy. Then in a couple of seconds, a high noise level reached. Me and my first officer put it out from our head, and in the same time we saw a halo, a green glowing light diffuse, just flying very fast below our nose, below our aircraft. And in the same time, the 747 had a sudden jump, just only one jump. And half a second later, noise and the light was disappear. And that's the only jump we had in 11 hours flight. It was very, very near. The normal background noise of a radio, and it was increasing in 5 to maximum 10 seconds, from a very low level to a high peak. And when it was at the peak, the light and the jump, but we was flying at 930 kilometers per hour, about 500 knots, nautical miles, and the crossing object was a lot of fast. I think maybe 1,000 knots or much more. My aircraft, yes, was 35,000 feet. And the object was below us, but I don't know how much. But maybe 500 or even more feet. Very near. Yes, for an aircraft flying was a near collision. Yes, I was flying over Turin, Italy, and it was 1992. Still captain, but of DC-930. And I saw, we was flying, of course, with a lot of our aircraft crossing our route normally. My attention was picked up by a spot, an aircraft far away, but was maintaining too much the position related to the clouds of the background. Maybe was flying toward us, but after 20 years of flight experience, I don't know, I have a feeling, and that was strange. So I picked up from my bag a spotting scope, and looking at him, I saw something like an elliptical sphere with a line crossing, and there was with a bank of 45-50 degrees in respect of the horizon. And I think wasn't an aircraft turning. Also because I saw for a few seconds, maybe half a minute, and if an aircraft was turning, it was proceeding its flight path, so you can saw your belly or something like, and it was very steady. And in this half a minute, the control called my flight, So I have to send back our answer to speak with my co-pilot. And when I was looking again in this direction, nothing was here. And it was not in other position. Yes, I have searched for him everywhere. Also, in a normal flight path, if it was an aircraft, it was flying, and it was disappear. And in the last 2 years, many times, and this is it is important. I had an answer back, a feedback from my crew, and also flight engineers, but very often the first officer that normally was in the past military pilots said that he had scrambles by UFO on the radars. He told me something he saw when he was military in an Air Force base, and he talked about one time, but he not only him, but all the pilots and also sergeant and other military personnel. So in an air base of northern Italy, and so something like a classic UFO tradition that was landing just outside the airport perimeter, and there is a wall, a big wall around the airport, and so a little human-like figure that wasn't touched on the ground, was lifted up. And when he called the alert, the other pilots to come looking at this, the little man jumped out of the wall, and the UFO lift off and disappear very, very fast. The surgeon that was looking all this section after 20 years is still shocked by this one. 15 minutes later, the first officer said, yeah, I was flying a military aircraft for 15 years and nothing happened, but I had 2 UFO scramble, and one time I was on ground in Camari Air Force Base, it's near Milan in Italy, and all people saw a spheric light, very, very bright, flying very low across all the base, and disappear at the horizon. And this was not an aircraft. In 1992-93, I was in a bus to reach the airport on a flight duty, and I saw over Rome, in the direction of Rome, I was in Fiumicino, something that I was judging like a blimp. The blimp is Hindenburg, I don't know if... but was too long to be a blimp. And near it, there was a sphere, very, very sharp, very sharp. And I happened to speak with the driver, because in my mind I was strange. Maybe, but no, it's impossible. And then I reached the airport and I take off for my flight. with the image in my mind of this, and the doubt that was a Goodyear blimp or something like spot publicity or something like. When 3, 4, 5 months later, I bought in a magazine, Italian magazine, that was reported some shots of a UFO over Rome. I recognized the object. I really believe the UFO are real because of everything I told before, and also because it's impossible some kind of experience or some kind of technologies without background that is extraterrestrial. Of course, yes, because if it was just terrestrial, I think it was used almost in every war, and the nation that was taking this technology taking advantage on human craziness of war. I don't also believe, but I hope it was extraterrestrial, because if not, are very dangerous in human hands.